Yeah, I was at Michael's final performance in New York, and I got a chance to meet him at the Tavern on the Green. Wow. And that was really one of them. And oh man, all right, sorry. I just remembered like the moment for a second, and he was talking to Aaron Carter actually at the time when I actually ended up meeting him. And so I'm sorry, but I ended up interrupting their conversation, and he ended up coming and telling me that he loved what I was doing and he loved the show and obviously making the band. And it was one of those moments that they're so surreal that they sort of like, they're almost too big to sort of identify. Like it was just such it was this moment that you never thought would happen, and then it happens, and then you're identified as, well, I would never consider myself a peer, but someone that he knew of. And that was a moment for me. And obviously it just kind of went to a whole different place because we just lost Aaron Carter. And I just remember he was talking to Aaron right as I interrupted him and that. But wow. I mean, that was a moment for sure.
Wow. And Michael Jackson knew what making the band was?
Yeah, Michael Jackson knew what we were doing, and I don't know, maybe the publicist told him like this is like, you know, from that show or whatever, but he knew of me and, you know, was very gracious and said, I love what you're doing, keep up the good work.
Wow.
It was at the height of our career, obviously. I think All or Nothing had just came out.
Wow. Well, I know, you know, we did just lose Aaron Carter. I know Ryan, I was going to talk to Ryan about this, but I know you're involved, and this is going to air after it's announced. I know it's being announced next week, like Angel Conrad, his sister, and Lance Bass, they're holding a benefit in January. Talk to me about that, because I think you're going to be a part of that, right?
I will be there. Yeah, I will be there. You know, I knew Aaron for a long time. We were from Florida, you know, part of Transcon management company. I've known since he was a kid. You know, he toured with Pop 2000, the first inception of Pop 2000. He was with us, and he was an enormous talent, incredible talent. Like, I remember seeing him for the first time that first couple of shows, and I was blown away at like how talented he actually really was. I think I sort of underestimated his talent, but he had demons and he had issues that he was dealing with, and from maybe some trauma and obviously some mental illness. And when you meet someone like that, and him and we grew close, but then there were moments where you felt really distant from him, and those were sad, because I remember having a conversation with him in a bathroom stall, and I was telling him there had been some tweets going out, and I was just talking to him, and I'm like, dude, like, your talent is so much better than the tweets that you're putting out, and I just want people to appreciate you for your talent and not these tweets. And I could just see like the distance in his eyes. I wasn't really talking to the same guy that I had been talking to the week prior, you know, when we had a couple of shows before. And that sort of disconnect, it's sad, because like you feel like you're growing closer, but then there's these moments that are just distant, and there's no answer to it. Like there's nothing I can do other than just be supportive, and I'm sad that he's gone. I'm sad that you know, we never found a resolution, and you know, I'm sad for the Carters, I'm sad for Nick, I'm sad for Angel. And so for the idea that I get a chance to be a part of that benefit, you know, I'm honored, and I'm gonna do anything that I can to help bring awareness to mental illness, because, you know, we've all experienced, I'm sure, along the way, someone with mental illness, and we just got to be there for those people and bring more awareness to it.
And it's January 18th that is, and I know a lot of other boy bands are going to be involved. How is Nick Carter? Like, have you spoken to him or Angel? I mean, how are they?
I haven't spoken to Nick. Nick was in Europe for a while, and then obviously we got started here. Him and I have not spoken. I kind of stayed away from reaching out at that so soon, so quick, because I just felt like he needed his time. And to be honest with you, everyone deals with loss differently, and I was dealing with it my own way. Yeah, I didn't even. The sad part is with Aaron, it had been he had been gone for quite some time, right? Like, even though he was still here, like, he wasn't, and he had distanced himself from everyone. And he made it very clear that he didn't want anything to do with a lot of people who really cared about him. And so I just kind of let Nick grieve, and I'll probably end up talking to him at some point over the holidays, and obviously we're going to be together in January. So
I agree. And you're right. The talent was great. Even I actually had the chance to see him on the last tour for the last album, Love, and even the latest stuff was great. So I think it's a great benefit.
It was.
Lightening up the mood. I mean, Ryan must have known that I was going to bring this up because I guess he just didn't want to talk about it, and that's why he left. But you've all been, I mean, Jamie maybe less so, but you've all been involved in so many different reality shows. We mentioned, Drew, you won Dancing with the Stars. Are there any reality shows that you guys have been involved in that you would maybe rather not be known for, would like to take back? I mean, really, you've got a lot between all of you.
Well, reality for me, I wouldn't be here without a reality show. So I have different feelings for it. It was sort of the beginning of it, the figuring out of the reality show. The soft script had not really developed, which I think that's so much more a part of reality TV now. We came from the Bean and Murray world where it was like more docu-series, and then as the show progressed and it became a little bit more of an uncontrolled environment, we had to sort of figure out ways to sort of create more content because we just needed to get it. But I'm very grateful for the idea of being able to be on a reality show. And to be honest, I think I grew enormously from having been on one, because you get to see yourself back and you get to see how your behavior affects others around you. And I think for, when you're a young, egocentric artist with hormones, you're not thinking about that. And the ability to be able to see that, that was enormously beneficial for me.
Yeah, I think for everybody, you live and you learn. Every opportunity, you just got to take what you can from it. The ones I was a part of were fun. They were entertaining. Hopefully people enjoyed them. I mean,
we did.
I mean, how many times are you going to be on a show where 20 million people are tuning in live to watch what you're doing? I mean, so it's a reality TV it's here. Clearly it's here to stay. It's changing. It's ever evolving. It's going to take on different forms, but I think every opportunity you go through in life, you learn from it, and you take those lessons and you move forward.
Do you watch Love is Blind? Do you support Nick and Vanessa?
We support them in everything that they can do. I'd be lying if I said that I've seen every single episode of the Ultimatum or Love is Blind, because there's multiple seasons of it now. And but yeah, I mean, of course, we're always going to be supportive of our brother and be there to support him and have his back.
I gotta be honest, I have a huge a very huge guilty pleasure, if you will. I'm obsessed with cooking reality shows. I watch every cooking reality show that is on television or Netflix. And it's to bring it back to the holidays. It's one of the things that me and my mom, when we get together back for the holidays, we can sit and watch, because I won't necessarily sit and watch a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
I know. I heard it from her a lot, but I definitely love to sit and watch all of the cooking shows, the reality cooking shows. I love them so much.
Those are good as well, And if Ryan was here, we could have talked about The Hills for a second, but we can move on from that.